Hey everyone, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we're going to be talking about selling to Pottery Barn. So if you have a great product that's perfect for Pottery Barn, this little training will give you some things to think about in regards to selling to them. With that said, let's get started on today's training. So let's talk about Pottery Barn. Pottery Barn is an American upscale home furnishing store, and they also have a website that's doing well. And they are very powerful as a home furnishing company. They have 180 something stores they're currently responsible for. And this one will be fun because a lot of you have heard of Pottery Barn, and it's a good opportunity for people who have furniture and decor, bedding, bath, lighting, rugs, window stuff, whatever you can think of for the home. And they do include gift stuff. And I would never ignore them because you don't have furniture. A lot of times people don't even think about working with these types of retailers because they just are focused on the retailers they want to sell to. But they also sell outdoor stuff, furniture, and whatever else. It's something to play with. Definitely go stop by their stores. So the thing about Pottery Barn is that they have locations in the US, Canada, Mexico, and Australia. And the first thing I'd say about it is if you're having a hard time getting the US buyer to buy from you, maybe consider selling to the Canada location. And the reason for that is they usually typically have buyers that are different in different locations in the world versus the United States. Like each location has its own buyers and their own interests and needs and so forth. So my recommendation, maybe if you can do it, is to consider selling to maybe the Canadian buyer and sell it to the Canadian location. You don't have to, but it's an opportunity. And then you can go back to the US buyer and then get her interested. That's an opportunity. There's things like that you can do. When a retailer has locations across the world, look at their locations, and if you can afford to do it and it makes sense for you, it could be an in if you're having trouble getting into the US market. The other thing is Pottery Barn is a wholly owned subsidiary of Williams-Sonoma. That means that under the same branch of a company, the Williams-Sonoma brand also owns Pottery Barn and so forth. And the reason I'm mentioning that is when a retailer has multiple brands under a corporate structure, typically they share a lot of the same software systems. And that helps you in that if you're trying to sell to a buyer and you're getting rejected one way or another, can you sell to the other brand within the organization? And maybe there'll be interest afterwards because you filled out the forms, you're already a vendor, and you can go back to, say, Pottery Barn after you possibly get into Williams-Sonoma in some format, and maybe the buyer would be more interested in you because they don't have to do a lot of paperwork to get you in the door. It's just an angle. A lot of retailers are owned, multiple brands are owned by one corporation, and they tend to share the same systems, and that helps you because buyers are busy and they don't have time to create relationships with vendors sometimes, and filling out the forms and doing all the things sometimes can be a delay, and that's something to consider. It could be an in if you're getting rejected one way or the other. And the other thing I'll say is they have a very wonderful online presence. Many millions of people go to their website every single month. So if you are trying to sell to them, they can play a lot more with the online space versus the physical store space because they can only include X number of units per store. But online, they can test a lot of stuff. And so for you, the possibility could be try to go after the online buyer, which is different than the physical store buyer. The difference is the online buyer cares about imagery, the words you use, all the things. The physical store buyer has packaging concerns, all the other stuff. And so can you get excited about the possibility of just selling to their online portal, which ultimately can get you in front of millions of people anyhow. So typically, if you sell to their physical stores, they'll put you online as well. But if you just sell online, it's actually a really great opportunity because you're selling to the Pottery Barn brand, but you're also showcased in front of a lot of people. And if you do that and you do get on their website, make sure that you're very kind and respectful about helping get the word out about your product online. A lot of times people are basically saying, sure, buy my stuff, put it on in your stores or on your website, but then they don't support the buyer at all. They don't like maybe drive traffic to it or try to get sales on that website or get reviews to your product on Pottery Barn. It actually will make the difference between you making millions of dollars or not if you help out the buyer a little bit. It's a strategic move that you got to think about, but it's going to make you more money if you help the buyer out. Anyways, if you want to learn how to approach, pitch, and sell to Pottery Barn, please take a look at what we do. Our company is called Retail MBA. We are a retail consultancy, a rep agency. We have do-it-yourself programs as well. We have free content, and we're always adding new information. So please subscribe, keep in touch with us, and we love you. Thank you.